Hey guys, my name's Griffin and I live in this SUV, and today I am in Eastern California near Barstow, and this spot right behind me here is called Mule Canyon, and it's got some unique stuff here that I haven't found before. You can find travertine here, olivine, celestine, and yeah, I'm just outside the car now and exploring beneath these cliffs. There's some people shooting guns in the background, so try not to get too close to spots where people may be shooting, but it seems like it's popular out here. There's clay targets all over the ground, so let's see what we can find, and we'll kind of explore around, keep driving up the road, and see what we can all get our hands on before we run out of daylight. Let's go. I don't quite know what I'm looking at here, but this material is really interesting. It's extremely light, but it kind of feels, it almost feels like grabby, like if you grab a plant with hairs on it. Here's what I mean when I say there's clay shooting targets all over the ground. You can just kind of bust them like that. Here's what most of the ground looks like up here. It's kind of this busted off like sandstone. Kind of has some darker material like this in here too. I'm not quite sure what I'll find. This is about as high as I can get over here. Ooh, that's super creepy. Look at that. It's like a styrofoam target mannequin thing. Someone must have been shooting at him. That's super freaky. That was right next to me. If this was nighttime, that would have scared the hell out of me. I think that clear material that I found earlier might have been celestine. Before going any further, I just wanted to clarify after some research. I think what I found is called satin spar rather than celestine, and it's actually a form of selenite, which is also known as gypsum. Confused yet? Yeah, me too. So I'm gonna head back down this way and try to find some bigger chunks of that I can take with me. So I actually went a little bit up these, kind of these upturned like sandstone layers here. And once I got closer, you can actually see where exactly the celestine crystals kind of form. And like right here, these are big sheets of it. It's super fragile, and like there's nothing you can really do with this. If you look up close, my hands are kind of shaking. It's all super flat and small. This is one of the bigger pieces I was able to find, but again, it's extremely brittle and flat. There's really nothing you can do with it. At least these small pieces that I found so far. Okay, so I just accidentally slid down all of this. I was standing right up there and all of a sudden the ground just went and I went along with it. Yeah, no more climbing on the super unstable sedimentary stuff up here. There's lots of this material around too, which I don't think it's olivine. Because it didn't really have any crystals and the color just seemed wrong to be olivine, I think this is actually what you'd call a green tuff instead. All right, now we went across the road and we're gonna go check out this area over here. Ooh, people are firing guns again. Here's some cool material. I'd like to find a bigger piece of this if I can. It's got a really neat color to it. I don't even know what that is. It's just a lot of loose sedimentary rock, and it's kind of like a clay or an ash type soil here, and there's just shooting targets everywhere. This is pretty neat here. Try not to walk on it, it's like busted or anything, but I'm in like this little narrow washway where the water kind of runs down whenever it rains here. This might be one of the bigger pieces I can get my hands on actually. Oh, it's super fragile. Really neat and intricate though. Look at all the different layers. Bright luster and shine to it like that in the sun. So here's the biggest piece I've really found up in these hills here. And it's neat, you can see the individual layers when the light hits it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. This is one of the better ones I found. Sir? No, he's alive. This one right here feels like it's got a lot of weight to it, or at least like a sizable mass. I'm gonna use my hands actually so I don't really mess it up, but oh, that's in there good. Okay, it's a big one. You can feel it continues down. Oh, there we go. Check that out. Like this top portion here, you can really see the luster when I do that. All right, now the hard part's gonna be getting down without shattering my pocket full of stuff. Whoa. Here's what I'm trying to do is get back down to this road. My car is right up over there. I guess I'll record as I maybe meet my demise. I don't know. Oh God. Yeah, no recording. Need 2 hands. All right, I made it. That was intense. My knees hurt. Here's a cool piece of material I found on the way back to the car. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's got like a red and white lace pattern to it. I know it looks more brown probably in this light, but that's really neat. Before going any further, I just wanted to say sorry for having some of the mineral names all jumbled up in this one. These are all pretty new to me. I always invite you guys to correct me or help me learn something down in the comments. Ground in this part's a lot more sandy, and then the stone is kind of like this. It's like a light volcanic rock. Don't quite know what it is. This has a different texture than everything else around it. I don't even know if it's a rock yet, but there's so much junk around here. It's kind of hard to be sure until you get real up and close. This right here. Oh, it is a rock. What is it? It's got a super bizarre outer texture to it. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look super interesting. It's just got a bizarre texture on the outside. Quite a few more people than I thought have found my channel and subscribed and are keeping up with the videos. So if that's you and you're keeping up, thank you. I really appreciate everybody watching and letting me take you out to places like this that I didn't even know existed, and checking out some cool rocks that are stuck in the ground along the way. Ooh, I just popped this one out. Sorry, I should have gotten that on camera. But that's a good piece. You can see an entire kind of like seam of it. All right, this one I had to really reach for it so I couldn't record, but this one is laying right in the side of the cliff. You can really see how reflective it is and all the little individual layers. It's got a darker color to it, and then this one feels pretty sturdy actually. Right as I say that, I threw it back to my pile and it split in half. So I guess I have 2 of them now. Yeah, it just sticks right out of the hill like this, and you can just pick it on up and clean it off. All right, now here's what you're left with. And then there's this right here. Oh yeah. This is a good chunk of it. As I've climbed higher and higher, I start seeing just all this weird, bizarre stuff. There's these weird yellow, like metal boxes up here. They'd have to be like shooting targets or something, but I'll get closer and show you what I'm looking at. Yeah, they're right here. I don't know what they are. I'm not gonna mess with them. I just want to go up there and see what they are. I think they are shooting targets. They're pretty heavy. Or if they weren't shooting targets, it looks like they've become shooting targets. For whatever reason, I decided to keep tossing this piece around in my hand, but I think this is more of that green volcanic tuff that I found earlier. I took this one along with me to maybe work on with the saw later. I see one that's just about the size of my hand and it's glistening, and it's a really cool piece. Let me try to go grab it. It's that one right there. But the only issue is that this ground is super unstable, and I just came out here in shoes. But yeah, look at that. Damn, this is a good piece also. This is maybe the best one I've found. It's got a big exposed edge to it. Nice thickness. Just sits right in the ground up here. You can walk pretty much anywhere in this canyon and you'll find it. This right here though, this definitely looks like olivine. I don't know, it's pretty cool. It was laying right here. I'm on my way back down now, and I realized I left my pick somewhere, but it's got a blaze orange handle to it and should be able to find it. And if I don't, it was like the most Chinese one I could find on Amazon, so I'm not heartbroken. Just so you can see what I mean, the side really did say address exploration, just like this, which I think was their attempt at saying embrace exploration, which was the entire reason why I bought this thing in the first place. Unfortunately, I never saw my Amazon geology pick ever again. Oh, and real quick before I go, just as proof that you can find absolutely anything your mind can imagine out in the desert, well, here's a bowling pin. I don't know whether or not you'd consider this close to Los Angeles, but I do. It's really tough to find good rock hounding spots that are nearby, and this is one of the nearest ones that I could find. In order to get here, head to Barstow by taking the I-15 from LA, and just go to this little town called Yermo, and from Yermo you're going to head north onto this small road called Calico Road. From Calico Road, you're going to take a right onto what's called Mule Canyon Road, and from here, it's a straight shot. This little marker that I'm leading you to is the canyon where I found my best stuff for the day, but I guarantee if you look hard enough, there's some way better stuff out there. In order to get to these remote places and make these videos, I've been living in my old SUV. It's been an incredible experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see what I've got coming up next. If you like this video, or you're in the area, here's another nearby spot that you can check out.